Do you ever feel like YouTube is just not really working? Me too. I've been discouraged since trying to restart my channel. I'm not here to whine or boo-hoo about the algorithm, blah, 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 blah. But instead of quitting, which is tempting, I've been kind of recalibrating. My goals definitely had to change because they apparently were unrealistic. And even my purpose for posting has to shift. If you're feeling anything like this, let me know. The past couple of months, I have seen a flood of videos from creators of all sizes, mega, mini, micro, saying the same thing. Views have tanked. Of course, that's a relative term, but a lot of people are saying it. So, at least I'm in good company, or at least I'm in crowded company. Apparently, I chose the worst possible time to try to revive my channel last July. Because when I came back and started looking at content from about a year ago, everyone was talking about easy mode. YouTube's on easy mode, it's the best time ever. Where was I then? I was doing other things. And now that I'm back, it feels harder than ever to get traction. Again, no boo-hoo, but it does feel that way. I started in 2018. Now I've had some pretty decent success, given what I put into it. A lot of my videos have thousands of views. A few have tens of thousands, and I even have a handful with hundreds of thousands. My biggest one has over 600K views. It's not bad, I can't complain. And the subs were on an incremental upward trajectory. Not super fast growth, but growth consistently. But today, well, I've had to lower my expectations. Since coming back, I have new videos that are sitting under 100 views. Under 100 views. Okay, they're not masterpieces, I know that. But they're not that bad. Like, I explained my Viking funeral. My Viking funeral, it's beautiful, it's my dream, and it was not very well received. Last time I looked, it had about 40 views. On a Viking funeral, people! In July, when I came back to revive the channel, I had hoped to hit 10K subscribers by the end of 2025. Not anymore, not a chance. Like right now I gain 16 and then I lose 14 and I don't know why. So I've shifted my focus. My new goal, raising the bar, is to hit 100 views per vlog. That's the big time, ladies and gentlemen. 100 views. So really, why am I still here? I actually had to think about it. And two reasons I think are purpose and people. With regard to purpose, I had to really think that through. The first idea I had was that leaving stories for my kids and my grandkids is a pretty worthy goal. We got our first video camera right after we had our first child in '87, and my parents were already senior citizens. And soon after, my mom started getting dementia, so I don't have a lot of video of them just being like energetic young people thinking and talking. I wish I did. I miss it. I wish my kids could see it. I wish my grandkids could see it. They were worth seeing, The second idea I had was just documenting things I'm working on. It's just kind of a journal of things, and it's a little bit more animated, hopefully, than a written journal. So I like that idea. The third idea I had was that I really am holding myself accountable when I do this. If you look at my very, very first video, that was the entire point. The entire point wasn't to show up, look what I've done. It was to show up and say, I've done nothing, but I want to do some things. So join me on the journey. And it did give me motivation to keep pushing forward even when I was discouraged. The fourth one is really just sharing the lessons I've learned. I'm 61 years old and I have learned some things, and maybe they can be useful to somebody else. I hope so. The second overarching reason was finding people who I can really connect with. I still believe there are kindred spirits out there, even if it's just a handful of you. If you get the Anne of Green Gables reference with that, I'm with you. When I first started 7 years ago, most of the midlife content I found just didn't fit very well with me. It was either topical, with the midlife part of the creator being very incidental, or it focused on things I just wasn't really interested in. And that doesn't mean they were bad or wrong. It's just not what I was looking for. I am not looking for endless leisure or day drinking or even night drinking. I'm not looking for doom and gloom about aging or trying to look younger than I am. I do not want to talk about menopause. Just about anything else. I'm not even interested in talking about retirement very much because I don't ever want to retire. The only time I want to complain is if it sparks correction or movement to make things better or to find solutions. I do not want to be the grumpy old lady on the porch, on my rocker, shooing the kids away so I can have silence and peace. I don't want to be the bored old lady who spends her days gossiping and slightly sauced. What I really want is purpose. I want to love my family, be active and healthy, serve and help. I just don't feel done. I feel like there's still a lot of life to live and a lot of things to do and a lot of contribution to make. My tagline since the very beginning has been thriving midlife without crisis. And that is really what I'm reaching for. Every morning I say a 3-part mantra. The last part hit me like a bolt of lightning when I heard it for the first time a number of years ago because it describes my thoughts so well. It's a quote from George Bernard Shaw, and this is what it is. This is the true joy in life, the being used for a purpose recognized by yourself as a mighty one, the being thoroughly worn out before you are thrown on the scrap heap, the being a force of nature instead of a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances, complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy. And when you anchor that to Jesus as the foundation for your choices, there it is. That's the life I'm still building toward. Imperfectly, but consistently, hopefully, most of the time. So if you're another midlife YouTuber, I have no advice for you because clearly I don't know what I'm doing and I don't have any secrets at all. But I'd love to build a list of kindred spirits. Not people who are exactly like me, but people who are thriving in midlife without the crisis or want to be. People who share their journey with joy and goodness and with honesty, even through hard things. So, here's my challenge for you. If you know a channel like that, nominate them in the comments. I want to do a roundup of great midlife channels bringing their very best to the world. Because these are my people. These are my idols. This is who I respect. And since maybe only 14 of you will see this, I'm counting on you to please help me find the others. And if you feel so inclined to like and subscribe, that would be a great boost too. I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here and have a very blessed week.